Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of my tutorials. So this is only a continuation of our lesson last week about finding equivalent fractions. This is an additional exercise, but we're going to have another discussion probably week after next week. But I will just discuss this briefly. How to reduce fraction to its lowest term, or in other words, simplifying fraction. So there are two steps on how to simplify fractions. Number one is to find first highest common factor of numerator and denominator, and then divide both numerators. Number two is to divide both numerators and denominators by that highest common factor. So I'm sure that most of you are familiar with HCF. This lesson, we have a separate lesson for this in Unit 1, finding the highest common factor and lowest common multiple, okay? But in this lesson, we only need to find the HCF, or in some books, you will find GCF, greatest common factor, or highest common factor. They are the same. Okay, so let's have an example. Let's say I want to find the lowest term of 4/8, or I want to reduce this to the lowest term. Okay, so first we have to find the factors of 4 and 8. So what are the factors of 4 and 8? So let's find first the factors of 4. So 1 and 4. Because 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 2. So just write 1, 2, 4. In finding the factors, you have to write it in ascending order. Okay, you have to start from the smallest. So 1, 2, 4. So these are the factors of 4. Now let's find the factors of 8. So we have 1 times 8. What else? We have 2 times 4. Okay, so there are two common numbers here. We have 2 and 4. Okay, which one is the greatest? Is it 2 or 4? So the greatest factor here is 4. Okay, so now that we have our HCF, or the greatest common factor, HCF or GCF, okay, greatest common factor. So our HCF here is 4. Okay, now let's simplify 4/8. Okay, so we have to divide the fraction by 4. 4 divided by 4 and 8 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Okay, so the lowest term of 4/8 is 1/2. All right, let's have another example. Let's simplify 15 over 18, or let's find the lowest term of 15 over 18. In order for us to find the lowest term of this fraction, we have to first get the HCF or the GCF. So first, we need to list down the factors of both numbers, 15 and 18. So let's write down the factors here. So what are the numbers that we have to multiply to get 15? First, we have 1 and 15. And we have 3 and 5. Okay, what about 18? We have 1 and 18. We have 2 times 9. And we also have 3 and 6. 3 times 6. So these are the factors of 15 and 18. So which is the highest common factors of 15 and 18? So as you can see, we only have 1. Okay, that is 3. Okay, so our HCF here, or GCF, is equal to 3. Okay, so now we have to divide both numerator and denominator by 3. Okay, so we have to divide it by 3. 15 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. And 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. So now we have our lowest term. Okay, 15, 18, and 5, 6 is the lowest term. Okay, now let's go to your workbook. Okay, so we stop at number 7. Now we will continue number 8. Okay, so we are finished with this one. Now we will do number 8, page 140. Okay, reduce the fraction to their lowest terms. So you have 4 and 6, letter A, 4, 6. Okay, 4 and 6. So you have to find the GCF of 4 and 6 or the HCF of 4 and 6. So let's write down here 4, 6. Let's list down the common factors, the factors of 4 and 6. So what are the factors of 4? We have 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Okay, so 1, 2, and 4. What are the factors of 6? We have 1 times 6 and we have 2 times 3. So what are the common factors here? 2 and 2. Okay, so our HCF in number 1 is 2. Now we have to divide 4 and 6. We have to divide 4 and 6 by 2. 4 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So the answer in number 1 is 2/3. 2/3. And here, our HCF is 2. 4 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2. Okay, let me give you one more example, letter B. Okay, let me just erase this. Okay, so in letter B, we have 9 and 12. Okay, 9 and 12. So let's find the highest common factor of 9 and 12. So let's list down the factors of 9. So we have 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. So 1, 3, and 9. What about 12? What are the factors of 12? We have 1 times 12. We have 2 times 6. And we have 3 times 4. 3 and 4. Again, let me remind you that when you're writing down the factors, it should be in ascending order. It should be from smallest to greatest. Okay, so which one is the common factor here? So we have 3. Okay, so you have to write it here 3 and 3. So 9 divided by 3, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope that you have learned from today's lesson, and see you all next week. Have a nice day.